Hey guys, good morning. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Didn't post a video yesterday, so I thought I would knock one out this morning. Just summarizing last week and maybe what I'm kind of looking for in a larger time frame going into next week. So, obviously, very bearish week. We dropped our weekly candle looks absolutely disgusting. You see, we rejected this weekly order block perfectly. Remember, we put this in a couple week. We put this order block in last week, right here, with this candle closure, and you see we wicked up to it this week, tested it, and that's exactly where we rejected from on Tuesday, putting us in for a, Tuesday high weekly profile thing, and then coming into Friday, we ended up getting our TGIF set up. Um, except the problem with it was we didn't really get many good setups off of it because TGIF happened pretty much overnight. Uh, and then we got a little run up yesterday, back up into it, and then we obviously closed back out of it, which we don't have to close back into it. But at least on Fridays, you should expect some kind of run back, into that 20-30%, and just showing you that we did get that. We are still holding going into next week. I think we're gonna possibly have a little relief bounce. You see, we still held this weekly volume imbalance. We did fill the opening gap down here yesterday. Um, where was it? It's right here. We'll get rid of this volume imbalance. So we held the volume imbalance. We filled this gap, and you can see how the body's really respected the bottom of this gap. It keeps me more bullish for now. If we come back below this gap, back below this low, on Monday, I'm expecting us just to probably cruise right down to that final target of 13,900. This weekly FEG down here. Don't see anything else that would really stop price from going right to there. We do have an old weekly order block sitting here, so maybe we get some kind of bounce around 1442. But at that point, why not just go down to 13,900 and get it over with? So just watching that, I like how for the bullish side, I like how the candles held that this gap here, and then also you kind of see if we go to the 4 hour here, um, I do see this 4 hour FEG that's going to want filled, and then we also still have the a new week opening gap up here, up to the body of this candle. That also would be a draw higher. So I'm thinking something maybe like obviously not the peaks and the valleys, but I'm thinking up to here and then back down towards our final target of 13,900 next week. Just because this would align with our 50% retracement. Obviously, just above it, you see, and then hit this 4 hour, retrace 50%, and then come back down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We could just go straight down to 13,900 first. It's very likely. Just it depends what happens if we come down and close back below this gap, and then if we start displacing below this low, there's nothing that's stopping us from going to 13,900. Oh, what else? Also, that 4 hour would also align with this daily. If we look at the daily 50%, you see it's the same high. So we would also rebalance a 4 hour FEG. There's some hourlies in there, some 15 minutes, and obviously this daily FEG. So all those get rebalanced. It gives us our like little peak, kind of like we came down here, 50% down, 50%, and then down to our final target of 13.9. That's just the way I'm seeing it based on past price history and what it has shown us. So that's what I'm looking for the tech sector. Something else that I'm looking at that could give us that could maybe make us a short-term bullish going into next week. ES pretty much looks just like NQ. However, ES took these two relative equal lows down here, a big pool of liquidity. If you guys remember on Monday or Tuesday, I mentioned ES final target was probably 41.34. You see that's exactly where we delivered to this week. We took out this low right here at 41.34, and you see it's where we got our at the same time NQ filled its opening gap below. So you see we took this and we held that gap and we did not displace lower. So It just kind of makes me think short term more bullish. We do need to see more displacement to the upside. Like just looking at this from Friday, yeah, we took 41.34, but this is not displacement up to the upside, showing we have bullish price action back up to, you know, fill this like daily. I'm sure there's a 4 hour in here. Yeah, up to here, or even here would be your 50% retracement. But still, yeah. So we're still just in a limbo here. We're going to see what happens. We're in a little accumulation phase here. So um, I could see something like on a higher time frame, like let's see here. We get like a how can I show you this? So we get like some kind of range here, and then we break out of this range, a manipulation phase up to 50%, and then lower. Or we could even do the opposite. We could manipulate down and then up. So um, just something interesting. It's something else that I could see with manipulation, with accumulation, manipulation, and the distribution phase, where accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We're kind of in this right now. I see on NQ and ES. This is kind of like accumulation here. This would be your manipulation phase, uh, and then you could take a long position. Like if you start displacing over these FEGs, you could take a long position, targeting the top of this range, which would also probably align with close to our 50% retracement on the higher time frame. So just something I'm kind of looking at. Let's see. I will draw out. Let's see where the 4 hour lines up here on NQ to kind of get you a price target for what I'm looking for a possible retracement. So yeah, about 42.07 would be possible. So yeah, so 42.07 NQ 50% was about 15.548, and then possibly lower. It really is shaping up to look like we could have a classic Tuesday high of week again on Tuesday hitting here, kind of like this last Tuesday right here. We hit high of week and then delivered Wednesday, Thursday, Friday down. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at. I do want to check out DXY real quick. I haven't looked at that. I did not look at that at all Friday, so bear with me here. This is still pulling back here, still holding a 4 hour. You have to, if you're bearish, or if you're bearish on the indices, this is a good sign. You see this 4 hour. This was a 4 hour order block, 4 hour propulsion block. You see, we never tested this 4 hour prop block, and now we came back and look how the bodies are now respecting this 4 hour order block here. It kind of tells me we might be have more bullish sentiment on DXY going into next week, at least back to these highs, And I do think eventually DXY is headed back up to this high. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I am working on another video, just kind of giving you it's an easy way to give you like a daily bias or a daily target to look out for. I will have that here in about an hour or so. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope your favorite teams win. No bias, and we'll see you guys on Sunday, Monday.